Okay, we are just gonna jump into it. Excuse the rambling in the last Kenny video because I'm working through what we do know and do not know, what I could verify, what I cannot. So I want to be careful here. But I want to try to be as upfront as possible. And again, I want to iterate. I have no dog in this fight. I do not know Kenneth. I do not know Diana Nutcase. I don't know Marilyn Honig or Aaron Smith-Levin. And I don't know Dan Walks LA either. And he's getting roped into this. I want to be fair to him, but apparently there's suspicions there too. So let's run through it quickly. I will do more enlarged commentary, especially with Aaron. So Aaron is getting very upset that recently Erica, a protester he worked with, was arrested. Now you might think this is a little bit silly, Aaron complaining about law enforcement, because he's had issues with the law. But there you go. So there's two hypocrisies with Aaronis. One is the obvious that he may have issues with the police because they caught him lying to them about the bar incident that happened a few years ago. Actually, there were two incidents, but one was caught on camera. And there we are. Also, Aaron recently was in LA. Okay? And according to Streets LA, in his own reporting, the LAPD is very, very corrupt. Right. But them arresting Scott and possibly putting him in jail, Aaron suddenly doesn't think they're that corrupt, and hey, we can believe them. We need to trust the police again. Okay. But then a few weeks later, the Erica incident happened. Like, guys, we need to question our police. That's our constitutional right. No, no. Trust the police? No. Right. Okay, so let's be clear. What's going on with Kenneth is an accusation. There is a complaint. The paperwork seems fine. And I neglected to say this. Let me correct the record. Apparently, he has this conviction of dealing crack in the 1990s. He served 10 years. And there, I should note for the record, I'm on the libertarian side there. I'm usually very libertarian, so whatever. That is the record. So apparently, he was convicted in the 1990s. And he's getting upset over doxing. I agree. So I will try to be very careful with any private information. However, of course, Kenneth being Kenneth, he's not going to play fair. He's trying to dox other people. It is what it is. And he's raising some suspicions with Dan Walks LA. Okay, and we'll get to that. But let's get to the middle chapter with Marilyn Honig and Diana Nutcase, as I call her. I know her actual name. I'm not going to give her any excuse to strike the channel or challenge this video. So I'm going to keep it very PG rated. Although, believe me, I wanted to do quite a few videos exposing her insanity, but I'll keep it brief. So essentially, Marilyn and Diana, the nutcase, teamed up together for an expose video, and that is fine. I have no issue with criticism. I'm self-critical of myself and critical of others, so it's fine. It's a two-way street. And I am not at all defending Ecoplex. He has his own dilemmas and problems, and if they want to expose that, that is fine. What I find a little bizarre are two to three things. So, one is Diana is excusing Marilyn's behavior with her children. For those who don't know, Marilyn was part of a cult. And again, we can, good faith, blame a lot of the cult for this, but apparently she did victimize her own children. She admits to this. There is audio, video evidence of this. This is her freely admitting to doing this, but when it got out, she tried to copyright strike the channel putting out this information, even though it's from her own mouth. There's no distortion of the audio or video, as far as I see. It's her confessing to her crimes. And Diane is okay with that. She's like, that just happened 20 years ago. But with Ecoplex, what happened with him 20 years ago is inexcusable. Right, okay. Second of all, Diana is like demanding, if you are going to make fun of or ridicule me, Marilyn, or Aaronis, you need to have a clean house. Okay, well, I think it's safe to say that Diana does not have a pure, clean, angelic record. But hey, that's okay, because she likes Aaron. If you challenge Aaron, you need to be super pure and clean. Otherwise, we can throw your criticism out the window. Right. Well, here's a reality check done in a nutcase, because this is how a nutcase operates. Whether or not Ecoplex is a good guy, bad guy, whatever, the basic gist is he got caught with the bad corn, and you can decide if he's an insane devil, evil. I don't care. I don't care. The point would be, whatever you think of Ecoplex, he's the devil, he's an angel, it's a one-time thing, or he's a predator. The point is, the bar incident with Aaron still happened. The Jenna videos still happened. Many issues and controversy with Aaron, where there is overwhelming evidence, still happened. But let's go with that theory that we judge the evidence based on the person. Okay, fine. But if that's the standard, then what Diana says, we can ignore it. What Marilyn says, we can ignore that. And what Aaron says, we can ignore that. But see, we still have some problems. So I want to be very clear. What happened with Erica was disturbing. Now, is Erica Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X? No. She's not a political prisoner. She's not a pure activist. She has no problem apologizing, excusing, or enabling Aaron's really awful behavior. So she's a hypocrite. She's not a good person. She's not a good activist. However, two things can be true. The Clearwater police definitively, I know this fact, for a fact, or at the very least guilty of the nicest thing to say is allowing the Church of Scientology. We're not talking abuse. We're talking possibly, again, YouTube, I have to say, is allegedly murdering people, murdering completely innocent people. Oh, by the way, Dinah Nutcase lied about one of those victims. Yeah, so she's actually helping the Clearwater police cover up their crimes, but we'll put that aside. So we still have the dilemma that Erica was victimized. She's not a pure victim. She's an idiot. Aaron's an idiot. They're both a bunch of grifters and predators. However, two things can be true. The Clearwater police are what they are. They're a bunch of corrupt individuals. So we can't really trust them. So do I really believe Aaron's like, oh, my Erica? No, I don't believe that for a second. However, that is not good. The Clearwater police clearly are abusing their power. Clearly. So it is what it is. So I reluctantly, emphasize reluctant, I will be trying to help Erica in her case. Not because I like her, not because I like Aaron, because the Clearwater police are pretty evil. It is what it is. But Dinah Nutcase trying to moralize or be the watch guardian of whatever, shut the hell up, you hypocrite and you moron. Moron. Anyway, but let's get to the suspicion. I emphasize suspicion about Dan Walks-LA. So Kenny, being the usual problematic activist, says something's wrong with Dan Walks-LA. Okay, what is it? Don't know. Don't know. Now, I don't watch Dan's content that much, so I can't really judge him too much. The suspicion is this: he hasn't gone live recently. I double checked. That seems to be true. It seems like he put out a video a few days ago. I don't know if that was a live, because I don't keep up with him too much, so I don't know. He has not done any live recently. So what is the issue? What is the problem? I don't know. I would suspect the obvious. DOA, Kenny, and his people have looked up Dan Walks LA record, and maybe they found something. And we got to be honest, this community does seem to keep getting predatory people. So I want to emphasize, want to be very clear. I do not know if this is another Scoville situation. I don't know that. I do know Dan Walks LA is very friendly with some of these people, like Mindy, Natalie. So frankly, I would be delighted if they have something really big and juicy on this guy, and it's going to make Aaron look bad. It's going to make Natalie look bad. It's going to make all these idiots look bad. However, DOA does have his agenda and vendetta because Aaron's trying to put him in jail. It is what it is. So it's a lot of suspicions, a lot of innuendo. Sometimes DOA does have receipts. He does. Sometimes he does, but he also puts out false accusations. So I'm going to be very careful, very clear. There are suspicions about Dan Walks LA. I don't know what they have. Again, I'm not working with these people, but if they do have something, I'm guessing they are waiting for him to go live and then embarrass him and just put him in a situation saying, hey, what about this? What about that? What about this? And Dan would, of course, be caught red-handed. And there you go. He'd have to shut down the stream or get rid of his channel. But so far, the channel's still there. Maybe he's totally innocent. Again, I have no dog in the fight. I want to emphasize he could be totally innocent. They're just bluffing. However, maybe DOA did find something. So, we'll have to wait and see. But there we are. So we'll just should be patient. Should be patient. But if there is something there, then I don't know. I think I would be obligated. Like if I'm gonna call out Scoville, again, if it is pretty bad, we'll have to wait and see. Then, I'm nothing personal with Dan Walks LA. I'm just saying to be consistent. My criticism of Scoville and Aaron clearly turning a blind eye to Scoville and his, to put it mildly, criminal behavior. I'd have to be obligated to criticize him too. So we'll see. Maybe it's a bluff. Maybe they don't have anything. But if they do, I don't know. It could be a very difficult situation. And there we are.